Aloha. Welcome to Invited Back podcast with Sabbath Kapahu. It is December 29th, 2020. We are a couple days away from a brand new year. And what a year this has been. I wanted to talk quickly today about sugar, which is an interesting topic, I know. But it's actually been a journey that I have been on. I would say especially this year, my relationship with sugar. And I wanted to talk about it today because I'm going to jump in. I just decided, literally like 10 minutes ago, I've been on the fence about doing a 40-day sugar fast with Wendy Speak. She does it every year annually in January. And last year I did it for the first time. I was a part of the book launch team. And then I've been on the fence about it this year because although my intake has changed a lot, I still love it. And I want to be able to eat it when I want it, right? So yes, I just decided I'm going to jump in again this year, which is next week starting a 40-day sugar fast. And what I love about the way she kind of runs it is it's not about sugar per se. It's about our relationship with the Lord. And yes, we may lose some pounds, but we'll gain so much more than we lose. And I have to say that was definitely my experience when I did it last year, and which is why I'm looking forward to it again this year. So rewind many years, probably a couple decades, back to my grandma's kitchen. She had this drawer in her refrigerator. You know, the ones on the bottom shelf, there's two drawers. You pull one out, you could barely pull it out, but you pull it out and it was packed to the max with treats and sugar and bags, especially Easter candy. Easter candy was her favorite. So this is what I was used to. We lived with my grandma when I was young, and we were pretty close. So even when we moved a couple hours away, we would spend as much time as we could with her. And even as a young kid, all the way through, my friends knew about my grandma's candy drawer, and all the way through until she was at her retirement center before she passed away. She still had her candy drawer. And I didn't realize it until, I started going through this 40-day sugar fast, that this was kind of my relationship with sugar, that started with exposure through my grandma, and my mom also. It was always a way that we could relate to each other, how we spent time together and special moments and memories. It was always around a sugar or dessert or something fun. If we were ever to take road trips, we'd stop wherever we could for ice cream because that was our thing, which is fun. And I love those memories, but also it was super relational for me. This thing where the way that you make memories with people is eating sweets with them. So fast forward to last year when I first started the 40-day sugar fast. And my husband is like, why are you doing this? You don't eat that much sugar. And what I had to reveal to him, literally confess to him and ask for forgiveness for and repent of, was me hiding my sugar intake from him. I would go to the grocery store and, buy a little bag of something and then eat it before I got home because there was so much shame. There was so much shame in my, what I considered an addiction to sugar. I just turned to it for comfort. If the kids were stressing me out, just give me something sweet. It's going to help me feel better. And one thing that I love that I've heard Wendy say before is sugar does not make a mom sweet. And the more I started to be aware of sugar in my life and how I used it and what it did to me, I became aware that actually, indeed, it kind of makes me more irritable and easily frustrated. So, all of that to say, I'm going to jump in. This is not a sales pitch. No one's paying me to say do it with me, but I just wanted to be open and honest and say that this is a thing. And it might not be sugar. It might be alcohol, or it might be whatever it is that we turn to, video games, or it might be social media. There are definitely things in our lives that we can even be unaware of that we turn to when the Lord is inviting us to turn to Him. And I think that's what this really is about. It's a turn toward the Lord instead of a turn toward, for me, sugar. So as we finish off this year, 2020, and as we walk through the holidays, which we just finished, my kitchen is full of an abundance of Christmas cookies and candy canes and extra treats. And as we walk into 2021, my hope and encouragement for us is that we can do some of the hard work of being honest about what it is that we turn to find peace or rest or comfort. And if maybe there's something nudging us to turn toward the Lord instead, that we can take that step of courage and be obedient in that. It's not easy. It is not easy. And it's not like I'm not going to eat sugar for 40 days. I'm sure I will sneak in something. But it's the being aware of that and then making a choice to say, okay, I'm gonna do something else about this. I'm gonna change this habit. I'm gonna replace one thing for another thing. So I know from tracking my food and from tracking drainers and fillers and during different times of the day that at 4:30 I always want to eat a snack. I always want something because it's like the push towards dinner, the push towards cleaning up the house at the end of the day, the bathing the kids, all the things are like happening at one time, and I've already had about 12 hours of, life happening, and I need something to eat. And so I used to just grab whatever gave me comfort, like a spoonful of frosting from the fridge, just gonna be honest. But now I have a container of trail mix in the cupboard, and I can just fill up a little tiny dish with it, and I can be very much satisfied with that. So sometimes it just is a quick replacing because we've been aware and we've done the work of trying to figure out, okay, this is who I am. That's not going to change. So how can I build in a habit that is more healthy? So all of that to say, I'm journeying with you. You are not alone. You are not the only one who wants to eat sugar all the time, or you're not the only one who hides in your car to eat it before you get home. You're not the only one who needs something at the end of the day because you're a mom, and because you're a wife, and because you're a coworker or a friend, and the days are long and the days are not easy. So I'm with you, and I just want to cheer you on, and I just want to say that that the Lord is calling us to turn toward Him for peace and comfort and hope. And my prayer for us all is that 2021 will be full of freedom because we've surrendered and we're walking in that freedom. Until next time, thank you so much for spending this time with me and sharing this space. Aloha.